This is Rummy's Corner. Okay, some breaking heavyweight news yesterday that I wanted to quickly touch on. First up, the surprising announcement that after more than a year out of the ring, Anthony Joshua will finally be making his comeback against none other than Jake Paul. Oof, madon. The other news involved reigning heavyweight king Oleksandr Usyk. He relinquished his claim to the WBO belt, and subsequently, Fabio Wardley has been duly promoted from interim champ to the real McCoy. These two seemingly unrelated pieces of news are perhaps more closely intertwined than one might initially suspect. With Usyk's decision to vacate, it seems clear to me that he has no intention of facing Wardley next. Usyk has made it clear that he wants the big money fights, as indicated by his post-fight interview after he knocked Dubois out in the rematch. Usyk mentioned possible trilogy fights against either Fury or AJ, two guys he already beat, not once, but twice. It's almost as if Usyk is dangling that carrot out there, telling the two of them, hey, go beat Wardley, win a belt, and make a trilogy fight more viable and fitting. Does this perhaps mean that Usyk may face Kabayel next? I don't know, because that's probably not a huge earner either. Certainly not as much, I think, as fighting Wardley, although I admit Kabayel is the fight I'd most like to see for Usyk right now. I think it's more likely that this means Usyk will sit and wait and see where the chips fall. For Wardley, he is now a legit heavyweight champion. Where he goes next from here is uncertain, but I have to believe that Fury and possibly AJ are both in the mix. But there are a lot of possibilities here for the newly crowned champion. Personally, I dislike when champions get elevated from interim to the real deal. I think it inherently undermines the new champion because they never get a chance to win that big prize inside the ring. The result is they get undermined, cheated of that opportunity, where fans frequently dub them as so-called email champions. In any case, a rematch with Parker would make a lot of sense on paper, except for the fact that Parker recently tested positive for cocaine following their recent fight. In any case, Fabio Wardley is now the WBO heavyweight champion, and his journey has been truly incredible to date. As for the AJ versus Paul announcement, I still have a difficult time believing this is real, but apparently it is real. AJ has not fought since September of last year when he was destroyed by Dubois. A fight against Paul does make a lot of financial sense for AJ. It's big money, and it's a fight he should win, and win easily without any major issues whatsoever. Then again, a lot of people felt the same prior to Fury's bout against Francis Ngannou. And we all know that turned out to be a competitive one where Ngannou arguably deserved to win. Of course, AJ was the one who did to Ngannou what many were expecting Fury to do, and I see no reason why AJ shouldn't be able to do the exact same thing to Jake Paul. Then again, what the hell do I know? I ain't exactly Quasimodo over here. Given Jake Paul's history where he is widely perceived as a sideshow act, and not a serious boxer, it's amazing to believe he will face AJ in a legitimate professional match. Paul has made a career of fighting novices, older boxers, smaller boxers, MMA fighters, and he even fought Iron Mike Tyson when he was approaching 60. As far as I understand, it's said to be 8 3-minute rounds, 10-ounce gloves, and AJ cannot weigh more than 245, which shouldn't be a major issue, as he usually chimes in under that anyway, even if he hasn't in his last 6. This will be AJ's first fight in America since he was stopped in an upset by Andy Ruiz Jr. Assuming AJ beats Paul, it might perhaps create the type of buzz that would propel him to a third fight against Usyk, even if beating Paul isn't exactly something that would earn him that opportunity. And if Fury can somehow find a way to land a shot against Wardley sooner than later, winning the WBO belt would certainly make a trilogy fight with Usyk more viable. Or maybe AJ will destroy Paul and he will get a shot against Wardley, where again, more viable. But then again, at this stage, there is no guarantee that Fury or AJ beat Wardley at this time. And if Wardley were to win against either of them, then perhaps Usyk versus Wardley would become a bigger money fight than it is right now. Whatever happens, for better or worse, this news sure shook up the heavyweight landscape. Or perhaps it didn't. What the hell do I know? In non-heavyweight related news, coming up this Saturday in Riyadh, The Ring 4, a stacked card with 4 different title fights in 4 different divisions, available worldwide only on DAZN. Click the link in the description to buy the fight card now. Thank you very much for watching, everyone. I hope you enjoyed and have a wonderful night. This is Rummy's Corner.
You know, Quasimodo predicted all this.